Hi, welcome to my channel, Second PUC Accountancy, Learn, Understand and Excel. In the previous session, we had seen the introduction of death of the partner and the format of preparing the deceased partner's capital account. So in this session, we are going to see the format of the executor's account of the deceased partner. So now let us see the executor's account. The format is given here. So this is the partner's account. We have to first bring down the deceased partner's capital from the balance sheet on the credit side, and then a share of the reserve which is given in the balance sheet should be provided for the deceased partner on the credit side. If there is a profit or loss profit in the balance sheet, a share of profit should be given to the deceased partner. Then if it is a loss, it will appear on the debit side. A share of loss, that is accumulated loss, should be entered on the debit side. Any revaluation profit, a share of revaluation profit will appear on the credit side, and loss will appear on the debit side of the executor's account. Now next is the calculation of the goodwill, the treatment of goodwill as per AS 26. The share of the deceased partner's goodwill should be borne by the continuing partners in the gain ratio. For example, A and B are going to continue. They will be contributing the goodwill for the deceased partner, which will be recorded on the credit side of the executor's account. So next, if there is a salary that has to be provided for the deceased partner up to the date of death, and any commission for the deceased partner up to the date of death is provided on the credit side, and interest on capital is recorded on the credit side of the executor's account, and any profit for the current year which is based on the previous year is to be provided, which will be recorded as profit and loss suspense account. A share of that profit up to the date of death is provided on the credit side of the executor's account. And if there is any drawings made by the partner, it has to be recorded on the debit side of the executor's account, the drawings made by the deceased partner. And if there is any interest on drawings, it is also shown on the debit side of the executor's account, the drawings made by the deceased partner up to the date of death. Now find the balance. The balance will be the amount or the final settlement made to the deceased partner, which is to be written as to balance carried down. And this balance of the executor's account can be paid in different ways. So we are going to see how to close the executor's account. Now the executor's account, once the partner dies, the firm has to pay money to the executor, that is the legal head appointed by the court. Once a payment is settled, the executor's account will be closed. Now, how to close the executor's account? There are three ways to close the executor's account. First, pay all the money immediately in cash. The amount of settlement is paid, entire amount at once is paid to the executor. And second method is to transfer the amount of settlement to the executor's account if the firm is not able to pay it immediately. So the amount is transferred to the executor's loan account. The third way of closing the executor's account is partly by cash and partly by loan. So some amount can be paid in cash and some amount can be transferred to executor's loan account. So now we will see how to pass the journal entry in the case of money which is paid immediately to the executor. So the journal entry will be deceased partner's executor's account debit to cash account. And if it is not paid immediately but transferred to the loan account, it will be the deceased partner's executor's account debit to the executor's loan account. So this is how the journal entry will be passed to close the executor's account under different cases. So this is the format of the executor's account. So in the exam, it can be asked to prepare the partner's capital account or the executor's account. The format remains the same. The entries that has to be made in both the accounts will remain the same. The difference here is in the closing and the opening balances. And the method of calculating the various adjustments in the account is already been explained in the previous video. Kindly refer to the video for the calculations. So in the next session, we will see few sums under death of a partner.